Hello everyone, Rurikhan here coming at you with another World of Warcraft dungeon run, and today we're going to go through heroic Auchindoun. And I'm making this run mostly because a guildie asked me, well, they didn't directly ask me, they were asking for a tank in guild chat so that they could do Auchindoun heroic real fast for their legendary ring quest, which if you have not been doing your legendary ring quest, your legendary ring quest, you really should. I did a video on it on TGN. You can also find it at my channel in the TGN playlist, which is the, what did I call that? The legendary ring something. I don't know. You guys will be able to figure it out. It's not that hard to figure out which one of my videos is the one about the legendary ring. It's pretty well identified. But yeah, one of the quests in that quest line basically asks you to go ahead and kill the final boss of Auchindoun Heroic, which is what's his name again? Terongor, whatever, that guy. We gotta go kill that guy. But obviously to get to the final boss of this instance, you have to go through the rest of the instance, and everybody always skips cinematics, which I know you guys might want to be able to see the cinematic and all that, but unfortunately that is not going to be a thing. Actually, we're gonna go ahead and kill this guy. NCC that one. Thank you very much. And someone broke CC. Which is fine. It's fine. I'll just go ahead and break through everything. This dungeon I can pretty much AoE tank it at this point. I mean, I am sitting on, what is it again? 633 item level. So most dungeons aren't really that problematic anymore, particularly if we have a geared healer, which seems to be the case because I'm not even losing health. So it's pretty pointless for me at this point to go ahead and try doing any kinds of CC, particularly because people tend to break it anyway, so I just might as well go ahead and fool around with my little statue thing, which I really, really like. The statue is just really, really good. I love this bull statue. It essentially just sits there, generates threat, and sometimes it removes enemies away from me. It makes sure that the second thing in the threat meters is always that, so if anyone is over-aggroing or whatever, usually they tend to go and attack the statue before they attack the person who is over-aggroing, so it's just something very nice to have alongside you. However, you should always keep in mind, and I need to move my ass inside the ceiling circle, you should always keep in mind that that thing has retarded amounts of range, so be very, very careful on your placement of it. Otherwise, you might just haggle like the entire instance if you place it in a bad spot. So in case you guys are wondering who the guildie is in the middle of this group, it is a little gun. She's actually not the top DPS. Looks like we got an awesome rogue with us, which is something that I'm not that accustomed to finding in the looking for dungeon groups. Usually I tend to find, you know, mediocre DPSs most of the time. A lot of time I will find people with like maybe 10k DPS, which is not really that impressive. I know that you guys are looking at the threat plates right now. You're like, those things are not attacking you. That's fine. They're attacking the statue. You don't have to worry about it. Or maybe not. Maybe some of them are actually targeting some of the other players, but it's fine. I mean, we're just AoEing through, and nobody's really losing health, so it's whatever. You don't have to always stress too much about tanking unless people in the instance are over-geared or whatever. You just have to make sure that you take as much damage as you have to, because at a certain gear level, really, heroics are just like easier than, I don't know. I've always felt, a lot of people have told me in my videos when I've mentioned that I feel that heroics are a lot easier than normals. A lot of people keep telling me that it's like, no, it's not the case at all. But the thing is, what you guys need to understand is that essentially, when you make the jump from normals to heroics, you also seem to be, for the most part, getting paired with better players, and that in and of itself makes the instance just like 10 times easier because people do more damage, people heal better, people tank better. It's just, you know, it's not like normals where everybody can just go in there, and sometimes it can be a complete crapshoot. Now, it can also be the case that you might be paired up with bads in heroics, which does happen. Let's go ahead and move. Excuse me. And it looks like the paladin wants to eat all that damage. No, is he coming back? Better come back. I'm going to help the healer over here if I can. I just like the fact that I can actually help out the healer every now and then. I think that's pretty cool. Whoa, 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 whoa. God damn, so much crap happening around me. Let's move the boss to a location where it's not as stressful. And then something really cool about the class that I'm playing right now is obviously Touch of Death. I believe I have mentioned this quite a few times. Don't do fade on top of me, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Is that Touch of Death, which is right here. Boom! I'm not even sure how much health the boss had at the end there. Ooh, an auction memory socket. Do I need that? I'm not sure if I need that or not. What can we make with that into an auction control module? I think I might have already have the auction control module. Now these are parts for your for a quest line that I'm doing that will enable me to have a auctioneer in my garrison. So I might be picking up a couple of these things as we move along here. But yeah, as I was saying, the Touch of Death thing is pretty damn cool, and it has actually saved my ass on quite a few situations where parties were about to wipe and I was able to just deal those last 200,000 damage on the boss, and it just feels good, you know? Just like, oh, I'm just gonna go ahead and deal like 200,000 damage on this boss right now because fuck you, that's why. And I like that. I like that stuff. And I've really been enjoying tanking quite a bit, and one of the videos that I actually want to make is I want to eventually make healing videos, which I have been healing. But those videos are just like complete and utter noob sauce at this point, because my healing is not even close to being that great, which is a damn shame, because I have been working on it. But yeah, healing with a monk is very different than what I was accustomed to from healing with a paladin. I mean, paladin was much more friendly towards the heal bot add-on, which I used quite a bit. Whereas I kind of feel that monk is not that friendly towards that. Oh, never mind. I guess yeah, okay, that works. I'll just do this then. I was actually going to CC, but I guess again it was pointless. It's just I still have the tendency to CC because a lot of times I still get grouped up with undergeared people, which is fine because I actually like the option to being able to CC. I like CCing. I believe I've mentioned this, but yeah, a lot of times you just end up with people who are like, no, I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait for your CCs and shit. I can see right there. I got my CC and it's like, nope, nope, we don't need CC. We don't need CC. We don't need no CC-fication. CC-fication. I don't think that's really a word, but it doesn't really matter. So we're just going to go ahead and nuke through everything, I guess. Some of these trash pulls are actually, you know, they're just kind of repetitive. They're not even that challenging. Particularly in Auchindoun for some reason. I mean, the hardest pulls in Auchindoun have to be the ones that have those little trickster demons or whatever that they cast this really annoying spell. Let's just go ahead and kill the warden. Tank everything. That's not. There we go. And I have also another thing. I believe I've mentioned in the previous video that I have this cooldown that I can do that allows me to just stun the crap out of mobs because of a glyph that I really like. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, I don't like being wheeled, dude. I like moving. And I have a lot of CC removal on this character. There we go, popping a cooldown because we were taking quite a bit of damage there, but that's fine. And you guys will notice if you take a look at chat that I'm earning a crap ton of Stormwind reputations because I'm using the Stormwind tabard. Now we have an actual boss here. I didn't really talk about the strat on the other boss, but I guess you guys probably noticed it was very simple. It is essentially just hide behind the shield. This boss also has a similar thing where she, I believe at some point she'll summon ads, so we'll just put the statue down. When she summons the ads, those ads will get instantly drawn towards that statue. And she also does this little blue shield on the ground. And when she does that little blue shield on the ground, you have to essentially go to it, which is like here. You need to stand on that. Actually, I can do lightning on here. Like that! That! I love using my class to its full potential. I know that you would probably not see a lot of monks like, oh, I'm gonna shoot lightning now. And it's like, why not? I mean, you have the abilities. Why the hell wouldn't you use them? I thought this boss was supposed to summon ads, though. Did I mistake it? Pretty sure she's gonna summon ads now. There we go. There's the ads. And we got barrels for days, baby. Barrels for days. And we got our little aggro statue. And I can also pop this cooldown, which will enable me to stun these guys indefinitely. Just like it's stunned and stunned and stunned. Oh, boss is dead already. Okay. I guess that's that. Did I change my loot spec, by the way? Because I want to be grabbing some Mistweaver gear. Because I have everything above 630, I believe. Well, maybe my trinkets could actually use some work. Now that I think about it, I should actually go back to Brewmaster. Now, these mobs, they're very annoying because you can't actually tank them. These big guys. And why the hell is she marked with a skull? Anyways, let's go ahead and take down this guy. But they're very annoying because you can't actually tank them. They just follow random people. And they're an introduction to a mechanic that will show up later on during the final boss fight because he spawns those suckers. Now, these guys really got to nuke them down. I wonder if I can put my statue in there. Let's see if they actually target my statue. Because that Fell Blast they deal is very, very annoying. That Fell Blast thing is just like a single target spell that will just nuke the crap out of you. I'm gonna go ahead, pop another statue there. Again, be careful of your statue placement. You do not want to place them too far ahead because, like I mentioned, they have retarded amounts of range. Like, you guys don't understand. I've been in situations like, for instance, in Shadow Moon Burial Grounds where I've aggroed like 4 to 5 groups because of poor statue placement, which is why I really love this statue, but I also recognize that you gotta be really careful about where you put the damn thing. Like, putting it there is just perfect because everybody's gonna target it. At least I think they should be targeting the statue. And we can just, like, slowly whittle them down while they nuke the shit out of my statue. I think they actually hit... Oh, they hit me, and it hurt like a motherfucker. That sucks. Did they hit anybody else? No, I don't think they're hitting anybody else. We're good. Well, you do have to be careful about those Fell Blasts. Those Fell Blasts will hurt, and you have to, you know, prioritize your targets, whatnot. I should have marked there. I really should have marked there because, you know, just relying on the statue is not enough. Now, here's another situation where I have used the statue here in the past, and it's got me into a lot of troubles. I'm going to try placing it just here. Hopefully, we'll just get this group. Nope, it got every single fucking group. Nope, it didn't. I don't think it did. I really don't think it did, so it should be fine. I should really be tanking these dudes away from the group, though. I'm not supposed to be the one dealing damage on the cackling pyromaniacs. Let's go, you come over here. The rest of the party will handle those ones. Let's move slightly there. Yeah, you attack the statues. You guys do whatever it is you guys gotta do. See, that way the damage is also divided between me and the statue, so it's not such a big deal. And they're taking on those dudes over there in the back, which is fine. It would be great if we would eventually take care of these Felguards, though. God damn, moderate stagger. I don't want moderate stagger. So stagger is one of the monk mechanics, which is one of my favorite reasons to play a monk. I've mentioned that in previous videos. A lot of the stuff that I tend to talk about when I'm tanking as a monk is a bit of repetition, because I know that a lot of people will be watching the video for the first time, so there is that. But stagger is a specific mechanic to the monks, which essentially you only take 50% of your damage, and the rest of your damage you will suffer it slowly over time, and stagger is the mechanic that governs that. So if you're moderately staggered, it means you're taking quite a bit of damage in form of a dot, which comes from the mechanics of your class, and you will have to cleanse it using a brew, essentially, because you are the Brewmaster, so you have to cleanse it while drinking. Another thing that I've been wanting to do with this character is I really need to get gear that looks better. Let's go ahead and put down a statue there, because I know there's going to be ads throughout this fight. I really want to get character that makes this character. I want to get gear that makes this character better, looking better from a monking standpoint, because right now it looks kind of silly. But that's just something that takes time, and some of the best gear is in raids, and specifically in Mists of Pandaria raids, which I still can solo, so there's also that. So this boss, the only thing I can really ever remember that he does is he summons minions, namely those annoying minions that do the Fell Blast. So you just gotta nuke him down and make sure that your minions don't go after your raid. Like right now he's on the air. Here come the Claws of Argus. I believe that's gonna be some of those Felguard dudes. And let's get this cackling pyromaniac. Felguard will be over there, so it's not a big problem. We should also be killing that guy. Perfect. After that, we need to kill that guy. And you guys should be all good. He should be attacking my statue. Whoa, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. There. Not quite done with that? Now, let's grab this guy. Let's pop a cooldown because we're going to be taking a bit of damage here. Should be fine, though. Move away from that fell pool. Pop a cooldown for dodge. I really need to get more crits into my build as well because that is what makes this skill of mine, the elusive brew. It basically charges. I'm not exactly sure what's this range radar for. To be honest, I don't know the exact mechanics of this boss. Basically, range radar pops up in DBM. You just want to make sure that you're in the green. No! I don't want it! And the boss is down. If you have a fairly decent group, they should be able to just avoid most of this stuff anyways. People are going to keep skipping through the cinematics. That is something that unfortunately is out of my control. So if you wanted to watch the cinematics of Auchindoun, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. But once that boss goes down, you're going to have, I was going to say a mini gauntlet, but it's not really a gauntlet because it's just like multiple mini bosses type situation. So obviously here you can see that you have one of those Fell Blast guys, so you want to take him out as fast as you possibly can. I don't think I can CC any of these people, so it's pretty pointless, not to mention they're probably not going to allow me to CC anyways. I'm just going to lay down a statue, and hopefully they will target the statue instead of my group, which will allow us to just focus down Zip Tech without the group actually taking any damage. Now I do feel that some of the monk mechanics are damn outright they just feel broken when compared to other tanks, namely the warrior. I just feel that the monk, right now for heroics, not necessarily for raids, because a lot of these tricks that I'm pulling here with the statue and whatnot, that kind of stuff is, I don't think it would be viable in raids, but I mean in heroics, it is just so good. I mean, you're just placing down statues, dividing aggro in different ways and whatnot. I just feel the monk is an amazingly versatile tank, and I just really like it. I've just been enjoying the crap out of my monk. And then there's also the fact that in my off-spec I can heal. So yeah, there's that to it. But eventually I do plan on, you know, picking up my warrior again, because I did transfer over my level 100 warrior to this account. There's been a bit of a confusion of me fiddling around with accounts simply because there was the discounted version and time and whatnot. Actually, should we kill that guy first? I kind of feel like we should, because he's a spellcaster, so screw it. Let's just have that there. Let's see if I can get my thing to actually tank it. No, I don't want you to do Shadow Pistol. Let's move away. There we go. Although I shouldn't really... Yeah, I should move away because that thing will deal AoE damage. Yeah, see? It will start spinning around and basically wreaks havoc on your group. Did someone interrupt that? Thank you very much. I think I interrupted that, to be honest. And blue kosh. But you see what I mean with this off-tanking stuff? Is like, I just got two tanking things over there, tanking that guy. And all I gotta do is tank this one, it's fine. And people don't even have to heal my pet or the statue, because it will just stay there. I mean, the statue might die, but I can always recast the statue. It is free, it doesn't cost any resources, and it's got like a very small cooldown. It looks like oh, I wasn't aware that once you killed the caster, you wouldn't even have to kill the other one. That was kind of news to me. Anyways, this guy is going to absorb that demon, so there's not a whole lot we can really do about that. We just have to kill him instead. Oh, I'm going to pop my item here. This item gives me an increase in stats, which I really enjoy. It gives me, I think it gives me 100 to all stats, even though the buff will say that it is giving 200. But Blizzard nerfed it because I think they felt it was too powerful. At least people have told me they nerfed it. I've never really bothered to check too much. I really need to move the boss away from that. It's just doing commentary and I just tend to get distracted. It would be great if we could interrupt that. I'll interrupt. There we go. Good job. That was actually not me, that was the rogue. Good job, Mr. Rogue. Thank you very much for participating. I did say we have a pretty good rogue. Actually, we have pretty good party all around. Look at this shit. Is this overall or current fight? This overall data, people are doing like upwards of 15k. Each of my DPSers is doing upwards of 15k DPS. Now, for those of you who don't understand what that means, it's pretty good when you're running heroics if all the DPSers in your group are performing above 15k on average. Even though if we can take a look at, let's say, okay, on Jar Sul, we had 20k from my guildie there. That is just awesome sauce. That is what I like to see. Now in this boss, I do believe that he might also summon minions, but I can't remember. But I just put down the statue anyways. I do know that there's a specific spell that we got to interrupt, and it's not Shadow Bolt, so I'm saving myself for that particular spell. And we'll see if anyone else chooses to interrupt it once it does pop. We're still only at light stagger, so it's not a big deal. If you want to min-max as a monk, by the way, when you got these mage fights, you can actually change the stagger mechanics. Oh yeah, that is the caster, that is the mob that will be there. That is the minion that will be summoned, but it just targets random players. Seed of Malevolence. I'm sure we might have to go ahead and dispel that or something. Not entirely sure, but then again, there we go. That's what I was saving my interrupt for. I was aware that there was a big spell that I needed to interrupt. It seems that it's Drain Light. Seed of Malevolence, move away from others. Guys, excuse me. Allow me to move away from you. I will just range tank the boss. Actually, I'll just summon this. Looks like someone else interrupted it. Need to move away. I should no longer have Seed of Malevolence, right? Oh, the boss is about to die. Actually, I think the boss is dead. Let's go ahead and target this dude then. And he's going down. Where's the loot? I think the loot spawns in this little puddle thing.
Thank you for your action.
Oh, it's actually a chest that we get. But yeah, that's a pretty quick and dirty run of Auchindoun, and we got the same leggings that we already own, right? Actually, mine are better, so I don't really need those.
You have done more than you know.
Then again, maybe. Who knows? Anyways, there's someone at the door, which is actually pretty convenient. But thank you very much for watching the video. Leave me all your comments and feedback in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next one.